Welcome back to the Ayo Who This podcast. This is my co-host Alexander.
What's up?
We're gonna hit some rough times here on the channel. We're already kind of screwed. We were talking about this a little bit beforehand, but we were like, you know what? Let's start the podcast and just start talking about it there because I feel like it might be interesting. I forgot about it completely when I was talking to you, but I brought it up as well. But I am actually going to the beach for the next 2-3 weeks, something like that. We wrote down the exact dates, but it's going to be rough for the channel. I probably should have brought this up to him a little bit beforehand. I told him I had a beach trip, and I was like, yeah, I have a beach trip in a couple of months, whatever.
Bro, tell him how many days you're leaving for. This is crazy.
It's a good, what is it? So it's Sunday to Sunday, that's 11, plus the days that I'm gone off to college too, the 2 days on each side. Yeah. So that's 13, 14, basically 17 days. If you think about it. Well, no, it's June 30th to July 16th or something like that.
Yeah, so we're cooked because we stick to a content schedule of 16 pieces of content a week, and so that consists of 14 shorts, 1 podcast, and 1 video. 7 shorts on this channel, 1 podcast on this channel, 7 shorts on our main channel, 1 pod on this, or 1 video on the channel. 2 things with that: 1, that's really hard to stick to when somebody's gone for half a month, and 2, before we even knew about this beach thing, we actually decided to change the schedule. And so I'm sure none of you know, but we'll say it anyways. We're going from 1 video every single day to 1 video every single week to 1 video every other week, 1 video every fortnight.
Some might say a fortnight.
We're gonna start calling it new videos every fortnight. I think that's so funny. Every 14 days, if you don't know.
Yeah.
But that's funny. And so
it's spelled N-I-G-H-T, just so you don't mess it up when you're trying to send an email to your teacher. I spelled it right. I was telling Alexander about this. And it had to be 7th or 8th grade, just when the real Fortnite was getting popular. I learned it was a real word, and so I'd use it in emails with my teachers. And I spelled it right, luckily, but I've seen people spell it wrong before, and it's so
I'll get back to you in the next fortnight.
Yeah, if you spell it like that, there's no way you can be above 22 years old. If you spell it Fortnite, there's no way you're above 20-something.
I didn't know it was spelled like that until just earlier today, bro, when you spelled it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you didn't know there was a separate word for it.
Yeah, so. I did.
Oh, really?
I knew that, yeah. So that's basically what we're doing, and so what we're doing now, we're doing that because we came to the conclusion that we feel we can upload significantly higher quality videos with cutting it in half.
Yeah.
And and that came from we feel that the last 4 videos, with the exception of maybe this most recent one, just really was not up to what we want to be putting out. And that's just because it's, for us, it's a lot. We're busy. And so we did decide to, and I don't love doing this, but we did it. Basically cut the amount of uploads we're doing in half when it comes to videos. We'll still upload a short every day. We'll still upload a podcast every week and a short a day on that channel too. We're just uploading 2 less long-form videos a month. Technically, only 1 less long-form video a month, because we do upload golf videos every month now. So really, we're only uploading 1 less a month, but the time we get back is so much worth it, and I think you guys will really see an increase in quality. And so I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, it kind of works out well at the beach trip coming up too, because it looks like
crazy convenience, bro. I swear we talked about changing the schedule before he brought up the beach trip.
Yeah,
and we've been thinking about that for a while. If you guys watch our previous podcast, we've been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah, and like you were saying, especially with even if we go from 4 videos to 2 plus the golf video, that's basically a video every single week. You know what I mean? There's one
with
week
the exception of a week.
Yeah. And I think it would have been a lot harder if we didn't talk a lot about that golf video. And golf videos coming out every month.
Yeah, I mean,
if you guys don't know,
the golf videos are just super simple. They take 2 hours to make. The editing's super simple because we go a little lighter on the editing. Let our comedy breathe. They're the funniest videos for me.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun too.
They are a lot of fun. I don't know.
You think we're gonna start improving in golf, or?
I think so. We got to do a couple driving range sessions. Just hit the driving range.
They just get so busy, man.
Yeah,
they're so noisy.
We have to do it in the winter or something. And noisy. Oh, you're right. Maybe we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to think about it. But basically,
rent a range or something.
What we're gonna do now is we need a video for one of the weeks that he's going to be gone.
Yes.
But we've got everything covered except for one video that we don't know yet, and so we're going to discuss content ideas for that one main channel video.
Yep. We also do have one podcast idea we can talk about too, if we have some time near at the end.
Sure.
But we do have we were thinking about it. We do have an idea already for the podcast next time. Tune into that, guys. We actually have a really, really exciting video.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But let's get right into it. So you want to start with video, or you want to start with podcast?
Video.
Okay, let's do it. So for the video, it's currently Friday, it's midday Friday. Once we're done with these podcasts, one or two, we're not really gonna have much time to record today.
Yeah, we'll be cooked after that.
Tomorrow,
I have to study tonight.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm cooked on my exam. I'm generally gonna fail one of my classes.
Really?
Dude, just a side tangent. Let's just take a side tangent real quick. They use Lockdown Browser.
Oh, that sucks.
And it's a really tough class, and I underestimated the difficulty, and so I didn't really study for the tests. And it's just summer, you know. I'm filming, I'm not studying. And so I'm cooked in one of these classes, bro. I have to get an A on the test, literally a 90 or above to pass the class.
That's crazy. So our Lockdown Browser, we had two different modes. One where you weren't allowed to exit the thing.
Yeah.
And then there was one where you weren't allowed to exit. There were people watching you. You had to have multiple cameras, one to show your screen and one to show you.
Yeah, the webcam is what gets me.
Yes, do they have
the
that
webcam?
on?
Yeah.
That sucks.
They have a mic. They have a webcam.
Because our school was the first one. We only had it was the final exam if it was a full online class. Only the final exam would have.
No, they do it every single one.
So that's just overkill, Doug.
Yeah.
Let them use ChatGPT.
At a community college I used to go to when I was in high school, they did the first one was lockdown with webcam, and everything else was just lockdown. And so I'm like, bet I can just cheat.
Yeah.
Kidding.
And then years later.
Kidding, right? But now it's not the case anymore. Anyways, hit me with these content ideas, bro. Yeah, my schedule ain't freeing up anytime soon.
Well, I'm a little bit nervous. I really hope it doesn't rain on Sunday, because it looks like, per our normal, it looks like from basically tomorrow until next Thursday or this Thursday is going to be rain. So I do have some rain ideas. Actually, most of these when I wrote them were, but we've talked about these on the pod before.
Yeah. There's a couple we haven't talked about on the pod before that I got. How would you feel about if we got a giant canvas, the size of a room but bigger, a giant canvas, or a piece of paper, but okay, so just a giant
big thing,
big giant white thing, and then we did painting but without hands. Painting with no hands on a life-size canvas. Painting with no hands on a giant canvas. And then we get a drone view of both the canvases. And so the goal would be to try to guess what the other person's doing. And we have to put our feet in a giant thing of paint, and we just start running around the canvas,
I see. So instead of doing it with a brush, it would be full body painting.
Full body painting, a massive
angels, but paint angels.
Yeah, massive
stuff like that.
Painting.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I actually think it would be really cool if we did it together and we tried to make something that we both knew what we were making.
I just feel wouldn't that be worse for the video?
I don't think so. I mean, I like to think that, or at least in my experience, the times that we're together are we end up making funnier stuff.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
But I like that idea. That'd be cool.
What you got? What do you got that we can do in a single day? Because we only have one day to make this video. But I have a lot of time to edit it, and so it can be...
Not the DoorDash one, not the Beach House one. Sink or Catch a Fish. It's so hot, bro. It's so hot, guys. It is literally... I wouldn't say record breaking.
That we mind the heat. It's that the cameras mind the heat, bro.
Yeah,
the iPhones be overheating. You know what I mean?
I don't mind the heat.
We can deal with the heat. The cameras just can't.
I was out for 6 hours this morning. Playing every childhood board game in one sitting. There's a rain idea. Actually, I had this one sitting just in case we had ever had rain. But this one's more. I think that would be more like a segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were also talking about if we were to. Well, not. I guess those two wouldn't be related, the lowering the video. But we were basically just looking into spending a lot more time on shorts and really making them as good as possible.
Yeah.
So a lot of the segment ideas that were originally segment ideas might turn into just being a short. You know what I mean? Because we could just finish in that. But
yeah, playing chess blind or playing chess while eating a hot chip, that could have probably been a short. You know what I mean?
Probably.
The boxing we did after chess, that could have been a short, stuff like that.
Yeah. Boxing after chess. Oh, is that the one where we like spawn a ton of times? Bro, check that out, guys. This is such
that
a
would have
funny
been
video.
a funny short.
Give us the
I did
views.
make it a short. It did not perform very well though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. I don't know. This is hard to predict them.
Yeah, I mean,
It
none
really
of our
is.
stuff technically performs, but that's okay.
It's we posted like almost 350
No,
videos
we've posted
altogether.
more than 350 videos in total across everything.
Okay.
And so hear me out, I saw a clip from Gary Vee that some woman was coming up to him and she said, "Hey, Gary, you know, I'm really struggling as being a content creator." And Gary's like, "How many videos have you posted?" And she said, "You know, oh, I've posted 300 videos." And he saw that and he's like, "Okay, I get to give you very specific advice that I don't get to give often because people usually don't get to your level." Freaking go, baby. It's neither here nor there. Point is, you have to change things up.
Yeah.
Is what he said. And
Yeah.
so I think it's time for us to be like, all right, what we're doing isn't really working, and so we need to change things up. More effort into the shorts, reducing quantity of videos to hopefully increase quality, and do cooler stuff. Like we want to do music videos. We want to do like, you know, selling like ice cream on a beach, stuff like that. Like we want to do some cool things, and so we need time to do it.
These things take time to set up, and I almost wanted to, like, that's kind of along the lines of what we were talking about. There's a long time ago on the podcast we were talking about doing like an analysis day. And
We almost did that
We were gonna
today.
do it.
We
Yeah,
kinda happened to do that today.
That's
We were
kind
just
of what I was saying. Where it was originally going to be after posting 100 videos.
We're way past
But-
that now.
Yeah, I know. We're 350 videos in now, so I feel like it's about time to hit that analysis day. And that's like you were saying, you know, that's a lot of what we did here today. That's kind of, as we were talking, I was just like, okay, this is kind of the day I've been looking for.
Me too.
I thought,
I'd love
But,
to go more in depth on the podcast. Like if we do analysis, or would you want to do that off the podcast?
what?
Analysis day?
An analysis day?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and I know this is okay in short bursts, like you were saying, but that's a lot of just sitting and thinking.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
maybe
really
we
is
don't.
sitting and thinking.
That's a
and
good
not
point. Maybe we
talking.
don't do it on the podcast. Maybe we don't. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff we talk about like isn't even like right. We need to do more research into it. and
Well,
we
I mean, it's
do,
not
you
supposed to
know?
be right. The
Yeah.
value would be people seeing people like us where we're at right now, like reevaluating. Like I would personally love to see something like that on a
Yeah.
podcast. I feel like you don't see too much of that on YouTube of people like genuinely deep diving into analysis. Like I'd be all right with just filming us doing it and being okay with like 10 minutes of silence of us thinking and keeping all of that in.
Wonder how many people try to do that and don't get views off of it.
I mean,
Like that's kind of that makes me think like I wonder if there's a ton of people that are doing it, but
I mean,
nobody's
if you
clicking
use
on
that
it.
logic, then everything's already been done. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, we kind of have to
How
do what
so?
we can. Like, I'm sure everybody's basically, like, I'm sure fishing from a floating mattress has been done before. Like, pretty much anything we can think of has probably been done, but it doesn't get views, so we don't know about it.
Oh, I get that. Yeah,
But yeah, you've a point. So we'll talk more about it.
yeah. We'll definitely talk more about it. That's what those days are for.
All right, so what are we hitting for the video?
But
What you got?
I mean, you keep asking. I've already told you most of the ideas that I've given you.
Okay.
But we boxing, but we're blindfolded. We tried One Punch Man's daily workout. Reading your comments while holding the plank. You said you didn't like that one, so I'll get rid of that. Reading hate comments while holding the plank. We got enough hate comments to do that now. Can you believe that? Weird flex, but you know. Playing board game while holding the plank. Get rid of that too.
Yeah, we do.
And, you know, the VR stuff that I was talking about.
Yeah,
I think that would be a great, funny video.
me too. I just don't think we have the time.
Every time we die in a game, we lose a button, but like not named like that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Chess, but we switch sides at random. I think that's hilarious, bro.
You think that's a whole video?
No, I don't think it's a whole
me
video.
neither.
So at this point, Monopoly, but we race to get bankrupt.
That would be a short.
Sink or catch a fish.
That'd be a video, but we can't do it outside.
Team fishing challenge. Can't do.
Do you want to do the fort idea I was talking about?
That works with me. Explain the idea.
So the idea was we have 2 balloons, and we try to build pillow forts around those balloons to protect them, and then we have Nerf guns, and the first to take the other's balloon from like their balloon post or something wins. But the problem is that if you put a pillow in front of a balloon, a Nerf gun won't be able to get through it, and so there's one kind of flaw right there.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't pop it either, but.
Well, you'd have to put like a spike on the end of the bullet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't be in front of them, but
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I mean, I just don't. I see that as a segment. I don't know if that'd be a whole video.
I think the building I think it would be a whole video. I think if we built it, we both took turns shooting, I feel like that'd be a whole video. I could make it suspenseful.
I got you. I mean, you're the one that's editing it, so if you think we can get enough content from that, then I'm down.
I think we can.
I feel like we technically get enough content from like everything we do. It's just how much we want to actually use of it,
Yeah.
and how, like, I feel like, and maybe I'd be wrong on this, but like in general, the higher quality videos you're going to end up cutting out a lot more to only choose like the small stuff.
Sure. But I think a lot of that would be high quality content. I think so. Like it'd be like street racing with toy cars, like the building process.
Yeah.
And then the
It's very similar
hyped
to
up
that.
process, which is like the shooting. And I think we should go back to back taking turns shooting. And then, so I can build up that suspense,
Oh, is it not like I thought it would be like a once like 3, 2, 1 start, and then you have a base and I have a base,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
what?
just trying to think, how would a Nerf gun take down a balloon with a pillow in front of it?
Oh, well, you can't make a pillow in front of it. That's cheating.
Oh, well, then how would we just make a cool base around a balloon?
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Then
have
what's the point of the base?
you gotta have a base to like have cover. Like if you get shot, that's gonna send you back to your base. You know what I mean? You ever play capture the flag before?
Sure.
If you get shot, you get sent back to your base. So your base has to be set up so you got enough cover to be able to move around and maneuver if they're trying to go for the balloon.
Are
so
we
in
allowed
case
to
you
go
get shot.
off of our bases? Out of our bases?
Well, you gotta go get to the other person's balloon.
Well, I was thinking we stay in our bases
all
and
in
shoot.
all in one room. You think?
Oh, and yeah, we do it in the same room. We do it in the same room.
I was thinking like we'd have a separate. One of us each have a separate room, and that's our base.
We'd have to do it in the same room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, as soon as we say start, I'm just gonna get up and shoot you.
That's the thing, yeah.
So then, I guess you could. Nah, we'd have to be explicit about the rules because one of us is just gonna end up covering most of it.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's gonna be hard.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure how that would work.
I mean, either. We'd have to put like a bomb, get some TNT. Yeah, I'm not sure.
We could do like airsoft outside with like balloons on our head. But that's getting into Mr. Beast territory.
That gets in Mr. Beast territory.
Oh yeah,
no,
he did airsoft challenge. Like
yeah,
that
that gets in complicated territory really quick. Which we can do it. Do you think we could do it in a day? Like we'd have to get GoPros on the guns. We'd probably have to get somebody to record it.
Oh, okay, then no. I don't
Okay.
think so. I mean, both of those would have to have, I guess, stationary cameras. So, I don't know. The idea that I had with multiple rooms wouldn't work unless we had like one camera in the hallway or something. But it'd be weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Right. Those are all the ideas.
Okay.
There's nothing new that I have to give you except for can we pass a 6th grade test or like a 6th grade math test? I like doing
That's a good short.
doing 1,000 push-ups in a day.
That's a good short too.
Everything is a good short. You
Street
can make an
racing-
entire video into a short and make it really good and entertaining.
No, that's not true.
You don't think so?
Not every single piece of content idea. No. I mean, you'd have to cut a lot from like building furniture with no instructions or accuracy challenge or street racing with tour cars or fishing from a floating mattress to make it less than a minute.
So what? Sorry, say that again. You'd have to cut a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can cut a lot from any video.
Oh, I
and turn
mean
it into a
technically,
short.
but yeah, you'd lose value though.
Right. And so I don't know. I just think whenever when I'm saying these videos, I get. I guess it could be a short. Yeah, but
I'm saying, what would it be better as?
Better?
Yeah. Like what would be more entertaining as, in my opinion, those things you just mentioned would be shorts.
The stuff that I think is segments and videos are the stuff that you wouldn't.
So what are you leaning towards right now?
For a video?
Yeah.
I mean, I think either segments with like 1,000 push-ups, pull-ups in a day. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I've got an
but you just don't think it would be a video.
I've got an idea.
What's up?
What if we take all of your short ideas or all of your video ideas that I think could be shorts, we film them all as shorts, and then we film a video around the process of making those shorts. We filmed 4 shorts in a day or something like that, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I dislike it.
Because then we could basically put like the best moments of all 4 of those shorts into one video and still upload.
Now, best
the
moments,
shorts.
we could do something like that. If that's what you're talking about. I just wouldn't structure the video like that. It would just end up being like a segment video.
What would
like
you
we've already
structure the
done.
video like?
Similar to a segment video we've already done.
Well, then we can't make that. I mean, I guess we can.
I wouldn't structure that
I'm
video
not a big
like
fan.
where the YouTubers and doing it in a meta way. I would do it where they'd keep it entertaining, and I mean, at that point, it would just end up being like the segment videos we've already done so far.
So could we structure the video like we're gonna film 4 shorts for our YouTube channel today? Here's the first one, and we flip to the first one.
I just don't see why we need to
Because
talk about shorts.
I don't like doing the. I'm leaning more and more away from segment style videos. I
Okay.
just don't think I'm not a huge fan of like flipping between one idea to another like so abruptly. And so if we did that overarching, like we're doing this for shorts, it'd make more sense why we're flipping from one to another. And then we could also do behind the scenes of what the shorts look like of us, like something that wouldn't make it into a short, like us deliberating about who got, I don't know, but like some sort of, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like some sort of behind the scenes content we also add to the video. And so we wouldn't have to film any extra angles either. We could just use the angles from the short.
I can get behind the trying to go away from segment styles, but I would rather not do a video like this at all than structure it.
What's your problem with saying, literally the video intro could be, hey, we're filming 4 YouTube shorts today. Here's the first
I mean, it's like
one.
if it's like a quick thing, maybe. I mean, when you talk to me about that, I think about it like it's the whole video structure of.
I would just like to do an
like all the
intro
behind
of
the
saying,
scenes and
hey,
stuff.
we're filming. We could structure it some way of saying like, hey, we're filming. We tried to. I don't know.
just dislike that structure. I don't like the full meta like niche like that, especially for our channel.
What's
I mean,
that
for the
even?
podcast,
What does full meta niche mean?
for example, turning the podcast into something where we talk about the ideas on it. I mean, meta is in itself. So we're talking about the podcast on the podcast itself.
Sure,
That's
sure.
meta.
Okay.
And so we're in sort of a meta niche, like on the podcast. I honestly, I don't see that. At first, I don't really see that working. I just don't think I would like to do that on the main channel. I don't think that we should go for the meta niche. I mean, we're already trying to be really entertaining, and I can see that being entertaining in the word, but when I think about that, that's not really what I think of, and I don't want to. I want to keep it kind of contained in the YouTube
I guess
channel, and that's
where
how I
I'm
think
at
about
is
it.
like we had, and this is I guess going meta technically, but where I'm at is we could say like we had 4 video ideas that didn't really make it to full videos, which this is meta, and so here are all 4 of those videos right now, and then we go one, and then so we could flip abruptly, like it'd be like a segment style, but we just preface.
I'm down with that. I mean, it's like this. It's just a segment style with a 10-second intro. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
I'm fine with that.
And so what are the shorts? Push-ups
Throw on my phone.
on your phone, whatever.
But yeah, one of those push-ups. One of them was can we pass a 6th grade math test? And then I can't exactly remember the other one.
We'll figure it out.
Yep, we will figure it out.
Okay, so then we'll do that, and then we'll think of titles, but we won't think of them right now.
Yeah. Titles take time, guys.
What do you think about? So this is kind of funny. What do you think about? So you know, like TikTok live selling, when people sell things on TikTok live. Hear me out. Hear me out. Will you hear me out?
Yeah, what's up?
We could sell our channel on TikTok live.
Bro, we ain't getting
Hear
more than
me
$10
out,
for this
bro.
shit.
We could no. I'm not saying sell like for money.
I'll just sell ourselves.
I'm selling. We sell ourselves like the payment instead of cash would be subscribers.
I was gonna say how much, but my principles there can't be a number, or else it's not principles at all. I've got principles until this much money.
What you? I'm not saying cash.
Oh.
I'm saying subscribers.
Oh, instead of
we
cash?
sell them to subscribe to our channel.
What are we selling them?
Huh?
What are we selling them?
Our channel, bro.
What do you mean?
Subscribing to it.
Oh, like you're saying it's exclusive?
No,
What are they paying for?
they're not paying for anything. We're selling for free.
Oh, well, that shit did not make sense at all to me.
Oh, my fault.
Maybe I'm just stupid.
Am
We're
I?
like selling, like we're just live streaming for fun,
Pretty much, bro.
and you're not even paying me. Is that what I'm hearing?
TikTok live selling, but we don't make money and we're not selling anything.
That's crazy. Those TikToks live streams.
Bro,
are
they
so
just
brain
shout
dead.
at you.
It's so
They
brain
just
dead.
shout at you to buy the thing and it works, bro.
Yeah, I kind of want to buy those products.
Yeah, I don't know how
Have you
it
ever
works.
seen those where it's like that
so well.
that Asian lady who has a ton of products, a ton of them. She'll like take one out, review it for like 5 seconds, show you, and then like toss it in the thing. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
hundreds of products.
Bro, I don't
a
know
day.
how they do it.
I don't know, but the products are so cool, man.
Bro, I found one that, you know, like the RC cars where it kind of looks like a little gun that they
Yeah.
use, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it was like a mini RC car that was like this big, and they housed it in the remote control. And so the RC car sat on top of the remote control. There was a cover that went over it, and it charged in the remote control too.
Oh, that's cool.
Bro, you could take it out and you could drive it. $15. Come on.
You gotta buy it now before those like taxes start hitting on the small items. I think they're starting to some tariff that's like.
Oh my
I
goodness.
know. I'm not trying to get into it. I know.
Yeah.
I said taxes instead of tariff for a reason. But like the Temu, like any item on Temu, like those small items under a certain amount, they used to not be taxed and tariffed, but now they are.
Really?
Which sucks for Temu because they spent a crap ton of money getting integrated into America. I'm sure they're making hand over fist in cash.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll be fine. But I think they're
TikTok Shop's gotta like really hurt Temu, I feel like, because they're basically the same thing, no?
I'm pretty sure that TikTok Shop is Temu, if I remember correctly.
What you mean?
I think TikTok Shop is just ordering from Temu.
Is it really?
I believe so.
Who
I don't
knows?
know. Do your own research.
Please fact check.
Yeah, Google is.
Please. What you got? What else you got? Give me your
Yeah,
best
same.
podcast topic, bro.
Podcast topic.
Most interesting thing that you've ever seen in your life. Blow me away.
Have you noticed? No, I'm just kidding. That was a stupid podcast. I was gonna say after do you remember the Walmart video we did?
Bro, just get
frozen
to the
pizza?
point. Yeah.
Well, I was going to.
Okay.
Well, now you ruined the point. I was going to talk about pizza and having a lot of ingredients, but you know what? If you don't think it's an enticing topic,
All right, do something else.
then damn, you interrupted me. Do you ever see yourself going vegetarian? I got a second follow-up question after.
No.
Would you ever hunt for sport,
Yeah.
for fun?
Yeah.
No.
Not consistently. It's just not one of my interests. But I would hunt for like maybe like if I knew someone who was like, "Yo, let's go hunting."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Bet."
Have you ever gone before?
No.
Well, there goes that topic. No, I'm just kidding. It was originally a vegetarian. I don't know. I guess when I think about it, fishing's hunting for sport. So, but I don't kill
No, it's
them all.
not. No, it's not. You don't kill them. Hunting's killing.
Hunting is. Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, if you take
I
the fish
killed
and you
them,
eat it, then
like
yeah,
spear
it's
fishing
something.
is
you
probably
can
some type of hunting.
Yeah, but when I think of fishing, I think of catch and release.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. A large amount of people actually like keep them and eat them. I might start doing that. If I ever catch a fish big enough to actually take home and eat, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, take a great white shark home and just and eat it.
Yeah. Shark's not very good from what I've heard. But,
Oh, really?
Yeah, shark meat.
No.
I don't know. It seems like
Come
It
on.
just looks flavorless. to
They
me.
gotta be. They get like fattened up from eating all those humans. They gotta be like have all that fat from those humans.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like think of the amount of like
Don't really eat
overweight
them.
Americans that sharks eat every year.
I think it's only a couple. I mean, sharks for the most part are actually pretty docile. docile creatures. I'm more scared of jellyfish than I am from sharks.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Tristan Tate said this thing, and it was the wisest thing I've ever heard in my life. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
So he said, if you're touching water, you're touching water molecules. You with me so far?
Yeah.
And the water molecules are touching other water molecules. And those water molecules are touching other water molecules. And somewhere along the way, a water molecule is touching a shark.
Yeah.
And so you're swimming with the sharks.
Yeah.
Too much for me, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd go swim with some sharks.
Really?
Yeah.
If you really?
Mm-hmm. I would. They don't seem too dangerous. Now, jellyfish are scary to me because a lot of them are too small to really see, and so you can jump in water that looks like it's okay and get stung across your entire body. That sucks. That's scary.
Because that would
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Andrew Tate, his brother, said something even wiser. Yeah, not even wiser. He said, I actually really like this. It's, and this is obviously a paraphrase because I don't know the exact quote, but it's like, I'm fine with water. I like the ocean, but I just know that as a human, water is not my natural territory. You know what I mean? So you gotta have some side of caution whenever you're in the water. And I'm like, you know what? That's a bar. That's a bar. That's true.
It's a bar, Andrew Tate.
Yeah, exactly. But it really isn't their natural territory. But everything in there, for the most part, doesn't really want to mess with you. I mean, they're more scared of you than you are of them. Yeah,
That's why they mess with you, bro.
What's that?
Because they're more scared of you than that you are of them. That's why they mess with you.
See, if I'm walking in the woods and I see something scary, I'm not messing with it.
Really?
Yeah. Then maybe fish are stupid. I mean, well, fish are definitely stupid. But
Case in point, bro. Case in point.
yeah, just because they're stupid. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I feel like. Most of the human attack, like when people say shark attacks where they attack a human, I'm like, I don't know. It's literally the fish are stupid. It's not because they're trying to eat you.
I don't know, bro. Apparently dolphins are one of the smartest creatures in the whole ocean.
Even in the whole world.
In the world. Dude, I would bet that a dolphin could get a higher IQ test than I could.
Have them take the 6th grade test.
Have them take the 6th grade test instead of me, bro.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. It would not be good. It would be problematic.
Yeah, dolphins are cool. They're really smart.
Yeah.
But they're too. I guess. But I don't know. It's a long conversation. I could talk about the ocean for a while. You know?
Yeah, me too, bro.
Truly.
You know what else I could talk about for a while?
What's that?
Black holes. But I'm not going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about something else instead. Bro, you know the James Webb Telescope?
Yeah.
And you know how it takes pictures of space and stuff? It took a new picture of space, bro. And guess how many galaxies were in there?
In the picture, just that picture alone?
Yeah.
2,000, something like that.
Oh, no, millions, bro.
Really?
And so they use the word millions. And so it's like a quarter or something. And bro, for the love of God, fact check me. But, with that said, it was like a quarter, something this big. You see me, audience? And they if you look up into the sky, this amount of space they took a picture of, and in that space, there was millions of galaxies.
Yeah. There's probably even more that haven't even reached us yet.
Yeah. Because the light only, travels at light speed. What do you believe in aliens?
I think that the chances are more likely that there's aliens. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a boring answer, bro. I bet that there are aliens on Earth right now.
You think so?
Swear, bro.
I mean, some of those deep dark ocean creatures really make me think that there's.
That's what I'm saying.
Jellyfish make me think that there's.
Do you know what my theory is on aliens?
What's up?
I think that we're aliens, bro.
I don't know.
Let me explain. I'll put this pillow down for this. I'm putting it back up. So basically, my theory on how humans got to Earth, and by the way, I don't know a thing about anything. Got to Earth. You notice how I said got to Earth? Is that some 7th level species, super high level, they evolved to such a degree that they started creating other dudes. And we were one of those dudes, bro.
Sounds like evolution.
And so, no. Wait, what? No. They evolved, but we didn't. Okay. Well, we did, but we didn't. And so, they're at this point where, all right, we got to start creating other dudes. And so they see this planet, Earth, billions of years ago. It's desolate. It's a wasteland. No life to be seen. And then they implant life onto Earth via implantation
TBD.
via TBD, and then life grows from there. And so, really, we're the aliens.
If we were born here, would we be aliens?
Because we weren't born here. We were born here, but we weren't born here.
Well, yeah, but like we didn't have life, and then we came here, and then we had life, right?
No. We had life pre being here.
It's like how like if somebody was born on like here, it would be American soil. They'd be an American citizen. Like we're
not for too much longer, bro.
we're Earth. Yeah, they're not considered aliens. Think about it like that. A little immigration joke, you know. But you know, it's like the same thing.
What got me is that you said a little immigration joke at the end.
Just in case you guys didn't get the joke. You know?
No, dude. So that's my theory on how we got here.
I think we were born here on this earth.
No.
That's my guess.
I think you're wrong.
I think it's
bro.
crazy that scientists still haven't figured out really how the first life actually began.
Yeah,
we
like
have
the
we
first
have good
cell.
guesses, but how did
What-
the first cell
What are
itself?
some good guesses?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
All right, bet.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm not religious enough to spout out that answer, so
True.
my answer is I don't know.
Yeah. But bro, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm done to call it here. If you,
Call the podcast here?
yeah. Oh, I thought you were. Maybe I'm tripping.
No. So, for the audience,
Yeah.
we have symbols. This is next topic. You tell me when to wrap it
Oh
up.
yeah, and then this is
Yeah, that's
this is
wrap it up. You tell me when to wrap it.
Awesome.
I don't tell you when to wrap it up.
I got you. Yeah, my bad, guys. I misplayed the
So we're gonna
calls.
keep going. There
I gotta
goes
learn
retention,
that.
bro.
There
There goes
goes
retention.
retention.
We're still here.
I guess so. What were
We're
we talking
still
about?
here. Huh?
What were we talking about?
Aliens.
Yeah. I
We had a
thought
good spurt for a while there.
Yeah, I thought
Must
we
be the couch.
thought we moved on past that. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah. Talk to me about black holes, bro.
Black holes.
Yeah.
All
What do you
right.
think of them?
I mean, when I think of black holes, I actually think of them sort of as the universe's like trash can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's interesting about black holes to me is that, like, for example, if you were to take a pen or take a piece of paper and set it on fire, right? Like, you don't have a piece of paper in your hand anymore, but there's still the remnants of the pieces of paper in the atmosphere, and there's these chemicals that from the paper that have been out. But when something goes into a black hole, it still exerts the mass, or not exerts the mass. It's the only thing where, like, when the piece of paper comes in, the mass literally like disappears. There's no more of that mass in the world anymore. Like, the black hole will shed it off, like sort of like sweating. Actually, it's very interesting. It's Hawkins. I think it's Hawkins field theory, and it's obviously a theory, but black holes, they do get smaller eventually, and so we had to think to ourselves, like, why does that happen? If things go in and make it bigger, what's coming out of it and making it smaller? And it's not like it's the chemicals of burning the paper. It's sort of nothing. So, like, things go in and they're literally deleted from the existence, and so that kind of makes me think, like, that kind of leads me to think that this could be like a whole cycle where eventually we'll all reach the black hole, and then it'll explode and do another universe, and then everything will
We'll
eventually
all reach the black hole.
I mean, eventually,
like, since-
eventually everything will go into a big black hole,
Sure,
and then
sure.
it'll do its thing, and that might make a new universe. But
Yeah.
it's interesting, man. I think about it like a trash can.
Sure. Comment down below how you think humanity's gonna end, bro.
Yeah.
How do you think humanity's gonna end? If you were to take a guess, just one guess. Bro, I'm blocking your camera. My fault.
I mean, if it weren't to be us killing each other, no, you know what? I think it would look way different, but it would be us killing each other. I mean,
think?
if we don't do it before we turn into a multiplanetary species, I mean, we'll probably, I don't know if we'll
What
do
are
it
we,
by
10,
then,
15 out from that years? Multiplanetary?
Well, I'm talking about where it's like sustainable to have a kid out there and live out your full
A
life.
good 5 to 10? I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
sure.
just kidding.
I don't know. In 5 to 10, we might make an AI smart enough to do it for us.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think it's going to be AI. I think we have a good 5 years left in us, and we're all just going to get murdered by AI.
You think so?
Yeah, kind of. It's a theory of mine. So this is interesting. Elon, I don't know if you heard Elon talk about this, But he was asked the question. What do you tell your kids, knowing what's going to happen with AI? Like, what do you tell them to do, and how do they adapt? And he basically said, I am currently living in a state of disbelief in order to stay motivated because of what AI is capable of. It's hard to stay motivated knowing what will happen. And so I'm living in a state, I don't know if he
What did he tell his kids?
Well, he didn't, this is just his answer to the question. I don't know. He doesn't really give direct answers sometimes, but I don't know if he used the word disbelief, but I think he, like, denialism. He's living in denial, like act willingly in order to continue to motivate himself to do these big things. And when I heard that, I got pretty scared, bro.
Interesting. So he's denying, the only thing that's keeping him motivated is the fact that he's
not thinking about it.
Or not just, or maybe not thinking about it, but like thinking about it as something that's not that powerful, not as powerful as it is.
Yeah. And so that's what he answered the question.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really interesting. You hear AI is something I'm trying to, think a lot about as of recently. And you hear, like, the reality is that nobody knows what's going to happen, first of all. And second of all, you hear, like, people will say things like AI can't advance past, like, human intelligence. And then other people will say, like, AI is literally going to completely overtake human intelligence, like the singularity, it'll overtake human intelligence, and then it gets to decide, what do I want to do with these humans? I heard one person say it was like AI is the parent and we're the child. Right now we're the parent and AI is the child, but it will flip and we'll be the child and AI will be the parent. And whether the child, this is a little bit morbid, but it's true, whether the child lives or not, like a kid, like a baby, like an infant, lives or not, is completely dependent on what the parent chooses to do. Like, their lives are completely in the parent's hands. And if the parent chooses not to sustain their life, the child will die 100%. And so he considered AI like that a lot.
Interesting.
I think it's an interesting discussion to have because I feel like it's bigger than the internet in general. Like, I feel like it's literally the biggest thing that will ever happen ever.
Yeah, I mean, this
when the
is
singularity
like
happens.
the next biggest thing. Yeah, it really
And
is.
yeah, within, like, I've heard estimates of, like,
Yep.
time to go.
Right. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
Pete, we got people coming to the house. We got people coming. Stay safe, stay healthy. We got people coming to the house. That was a motion sensor beeper. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Good topics.
Yeah.
Let's take these down.